Hey, how are you? I'm back. I'm here. Apparently, I'm a little chaotic. Let me get the messages out to Evelyn. She's one of our biggest fans. And the Doodles are super excited in the room because they know that there's something in this room they really, really want. There we go. We got Princess. Let me see if I hit the right buttons here. Princess Ivy's here. I don't know if I can get her on the screen, but we're working on it. Yeah, so this here, this there. I'm figuring it out. Alrighty. So let's get going here. Alright, we're as good as we're going to get right now. I'm just going to rearrange a little bit here. Okay, we're as good as we're going to get. Alrighty. Hey, everyone. Hi. The Doodles are here. Hey, there's little Ivy. Can you say hi, little girl? Oh, you good girl. Oh, and then there's a buddy under me. They're both in here. Hi. Hi, baby girl. Oh, okay. We gotta get diving into this because we got lots to do. Hey, Ivy. Can you, get off my lap, please? Thank you, Ivy girl. Okay. Yeah, because there's stuff in this room that they really, really want. They're not going to get it right now because they have to have their dinner, and they haven't had their dinner, and they're being totally doodles. Alright, I just need to move a few things around here, find a few things, and then we're going to dive in here, guys. So, I'm going to use some white cardstock because tonight we're working with the Cutest Crew in a layout that I'm not sure if it's going to work. I just did a quick scramble before the live to just get on and be like, I need some idea. Now, my trimmer is in serious need of something. Oh, that's really blurry on that end. Anyways. So, but I'm just going to roll with what we got, regardless of these really dull blades. And just kind of see what trouble we get into tonight, crafty kitties. So I'm just cutting some white cardstock. Very fuzzy edges, but we'll roll with it. 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm gonna prep another one for the inside of the card. Hey Elaine, how are you? Yeah, we're just late tonight. We decided to go out and do a few things, visited some peoples. It just took time. Alright, so there's that for the moment. So a lot of white theme tonight. I don't know. I'm just kind of going with it. Alrighty, so let me just get on off camera here. The view I saw on Instagram from, let me just get this way over as much as I can possibly can. So I can still have this open. Okay. So I'll read you the name of who I got this from. I Heart Stamps, whoever this person is on Instagram. So I'm just going to go with what I saw on them earlier. Of course, I love how I did not grab something I need. Alright, just bear with me one moment. I do need to reach something behind me for part of this project. One moment. Hi, Doodles. I need to find something quickly, okay? I know what I'm looking for. I need some vellum. I haven't used vellum in a while. There's some vellum. Okay, we're good. Would help if I grabbed it ahead of time, but scattered me. Alright, so we got that. Now, I also need 3 pieces of designer series paper. So I've got a bag of scraps I'm working with. And we're gonna go with it. I also need some other stuff for this project, but I'll worry about that as we go. So, I don't know. There's a piece. There's a piece. Okay, now I just see some message come across one of my radar things. There's a piece, but I don't like it enough. What about this? There's a piece. Oh, I like that. Not what I'm going for, but I like it. No, I like it a lot, actually. I might use that. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick run through some scraps, see what I can find that I'm really gonna like for this project tonight. I know I'm like the queen of scraps lately. Okay, I like the blue. Hey Evelyn, I'm making a mess here with a whole bunch of paper. I'm just looking, and Ivy's decided to go on a bark fest upstairs. Of course, my baby girl. I'm just looking for some papers. Just kind of scrounging for some scraps. This will make sense in a bit. This cool layout. Alright, I've got some pieces. I'm going to put the unnecessary pieces away. And see what we get into trouble here tonight. Because I need 3 pieces. I got 4 here. Actually, I got 5 here to work with. Alright. We'll look at all this in a moment. My bag of scraps is going to become a bin of scraps in the near future once I get more organized here. So let's just see these colors. Making sure we can actually see them on the camera. Okay. So, I really like this one. I gotta have this one. Oh, Evelyn wants me to make a special card. I will see what I can do. Alright, I like this. Of course, the Jelly Bean account is going to drive me crazy. That's okay. I like that. I just need... I don't know. I'm kind of feeling these 3 here. Alright, we'll just go with that. We'll just keep the other ones on hand if I want to do something. Okay. So, I got that. Now, I don't have measurements for this card. I don't really know what the heck I'm doing. I also need some black cardstock, but I'll worry about that in a little while. I'll get back to that soon. Now that I think about it, I'm going to dive for the black cardstock now, because if I don't do it now, it's going to bug me later. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Hey, kids. Found it. I knew I had a piece nearby. It's a little dirty, but it'll work. Alright, so I gotta cut 3 strips of something here. So, this will come together soon. Alrighty. So, I'm just gonna look at one of these just to get an idea of sizing. So, 5 1/4 by 4. So the strips, I'm kind of leaning towards 4 1/2 by 1 inch. Let's just try that. Paper trimmer. Let me just see what 1 inch. I think 1 inch is going to work good. So 1 inch. By, we'll say 4 1/2. We'll try that. I'm a little off camera, guys. Sorry. I'm a little flustered. Yes. That will work for the height. Okay, so 1 inch. If I can get it straight, that would be handy. By hopefully 4 1/2. That was almost perfect. Just gotta cut a little bit off. There we go. And then one more. So another 1 inch. I'm gonna go with the yellow side, because I think the yellow side of this piece is really beautiful. So let's just see how these colors look together. I kind of like it. And you guys can't really see what the heck I'm up to, but just give me a moment. I like it. I might go a little slimmer, actually. Just look at the original concept. They are slimmer. Okay, let's slim them down. Let's do 3/4. Hold on, not half. 3/4, kitty. Alright, let's try 3/4, because I think 3/4 is a little more effective. Yeah, that just looks a little better. Alright. Yeah, 3/4. It's okay if they're fuzzy. It's just a concept I'm working on. And since Evelyn wants a sympathy card, I will see what I can do. Evelyn, this is a cat or dog theme, so is that a problem for your card? Let me know. I don't know if this is going to be fancy enough. Okay, I'm on view. So kinda, sorta, like I'm looking for some messed up concept here. I'll just see if that kind of works. Leave that for now. So we need to do some stamping. I have a piece of cardstock white nearby. There it is. Here's some white. So I need to stamp a couple of things. I think this is actually watercolor paper. I found it in my scraps, and I'm like, it's still useful. So I need to look at my stamps to kind of gauge what am I doing. So we're doing Cutest Crew. So there isn't really sympathy in these messages, but let me see what I got kicking around the room here. Of course, the Jelly Bean account's still going. So, not sure if I'll have the right phrase for this. Cat theme is fine, but she'll tell me in private. Okay, well, it's kind of hard for me to craft as I go. So, Evelyn, the best memories or stay positive, okay? Memories are positive. Let me know in the comments, and I'll work with that. And I'll go. I haven't done a dog theme yet, but I'll do a cat theme. How's that? So I'm gonna use. Oh, she's not gonna tell me until I'm done my live. Well, that helps. Okay, well I'm just gonna go with something here. Okay. And our ice machine is out of water. Yay. Kind of need water in it. Shoot. I just hear it time out. Alright. Thank you, Evelyn. Because I'm getting like constantly pinged to my end with the Jelly Bean account. Alright, so here's the whatchamacallit thing. I don't even have the words tonight. It is the positioner like. That's what I'm calling it. Alright, I'm just going to use a piece of that. I'm going to grab... I'll do cat theme again. The phrase, I will work with it another day. So I'm just going to get this laid down, so at least I know where the heck I'm aiming here. Okay, I'm going to grab the top plate, layer down, pick up the stamp. Ooh, I'm actually on camera, guys. Wow. Alright, give... Oh, wait. It helps if I properly put it down. Hold on. I did it the wrong way. Oops-a-daisy. There we go. I gotta put the nubby side downward. Let me try this again. Alright, there we go. There. Now I can feel it. Okay, so I'm just gonna use black ink tonight, because black is king lately. Black is just kind of working with me for the color scheme I'm working with. Okay, black ink. I'm gonna just stamp this off camera because I'm just gonna move along here. So So someone tells me, anybody, the best memories are stay positive. Give me a stamp. Cause no, I don't think anybody told me. The best memories are stay positive. Someone's gotta tell me. Because I'm getting close to stamping it. Or I'm just going to have to pick it. We shall see shortly. Because tonight I'm going start to finish on this card. That's the going plan. Just looking for where's all my stuff here. I don't know where all my stuff is. Still getting used to the room. Putting the stamps back in its case. Alright, that way it's kind of back where it needs to be. If I remember, I'll give you a sneak peek of what I've made so far towards this project. So I'm just going to put this off to the side for now. I am going to, on my very own, pick a stamp from these, from another source, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm gonna pick a stamp, guys. I'm going for it. I'm picking a stamp. Even life is rough. I'm kind of feeling that right now, actually. I like the life is rough. I might just go with that. We're gonna go with life is rough, guys. Alright, thank you, Evan, for finally confirming that this is not the card you need. Alright, I'm gonna go life is rough. That might be fun. I haven't used these stamps before, so I don't know what they're like. If they're any good or not so good, we will find out. There, pick it up. Give it a rub. My month suddenly got very busy. I received some orders today from people of my card month club who want in virtually on this month's class, and I'm like, sure, we'll make it happen. Okay, this stamp I don't like as much because it's bleeding out pretty bad. Actually, it turned out not bad. I'll just roll with it. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the stamping on this card, actually. Oh, fudge. I just flung this up in the air as I was cleaning it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I will admit our Stampin' Up! Stamps are better than these others. Okay, guys. I have to say it. As much as Stampin' Up's getting a bad rep these days, with the issues of the commissions for demos coming up in the fall, a lot of changes and changes and changes and changes, so yes. Alright, I'm just going to rearrange a little bit here, because I didn't fully get my desk set. I'm kind of in between projects, because I just kind of came home and scrambled to get ready. The Life is Rough might not be the stamp for this, but I'm just mucking around with ideas for tonight until I can narrow in on what is going to be the project. I'm just going to get this laid back on. Once I get going here. I know I'm a little chaotic tonight. All right, we gotta do some die cuts too tonight. So okay, so next up is coloring. I'm just gonna do similar to what I've already done this week. So where's my pencils? Here. All right, so I'm just gonna try to speed through this. as quickly as possible, guys. And I'm doing the same coloring as I did the other night by myself. So, the first kitty and the last kitty are gray. So this might take a few minutes. Feel free to grab a tea or a soothing nighttime drink and come back in a bit. So there's one kitty. I'm just doing rough coloring here. Nothing fancy. I really should relax and make this good. And I will. Alright. I'm gonna fix up this little kitty. Okay, it looks a little better. Now this little kitty. So the class isn't all cat themed, okay, guys. This is just what I'm reaching for tonight. I plan to offer both the cat and the dog for the class. That way there's choice. For at least the in-person portion anyway. That way there's a little bit of flexibility towards, you know, they got both options or one option, two options. Alright, so then these two kitties are going to be orange. Just what I'm going with. Well, the ink was a little moist there. Usually best let the ink dry. Ideally. So by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm in a different spot in this room. I used to be against that wall, but we reversed. So I hope you like the way the wall behind me kind of looks. It's not organized at all. That's yet to be determined. But definitely a different layout in this room, which I'm loving. I'm really happy with it. I am on camera, right? Okay, making sure. Because I put the streaming software that way, so it's like it's really thrown me off. Because it used to be the two screens above each other. Now it's like totally different. It's the going idea for now. I think I kind of like it this way. Alright, make this kitty a little orange kitty too. Doesn't have to be these colors. It just kind of works with one I did earlier in the week. So I'm just going to turn to the side. It's just easier for my right hand. Because I'm kind of putting darker along the bottom of the animals. Kind of, sort of. Kind of like a shadow-ish. Working some of the colors here and there. Like for at least the single color. Just kind of lightly coloring already. And then we're going to use a yellow. These pencils, some of these are Stampin' Up, some of these are just old watercolor stuff. I'm not watercoloring, but they still work great for coloring. So I like to use up, because some of these are just really old cheap pencils that I had kicking around. So sometimes I gravitate towards them just to kind of use them up. And besides, if I'm just doing practice stuffs, it helps to kind of just use old stuff. Alright, there we go. Now, need a little bit of pinks, a green, and a third color. What did I use in the first one? Okay, I think I see. Alright, we just need 3 colors. The color in the little butterflies. I just realized there's 4, not 5. So I could have used another color just to break it up. But this works too. Alright, there we go. There, coloring's done. Not too badly, not too long. Still takes a little bit, but I tried to go as fast as I could. Hi puppies! There's puppies everywhere in here. They really want something that's in this room because it's National Spoil Your Dog Day apparently today. Oh, the other one's on this side. Hi, you guys can't see him. You probably can't. I don't know. Can you see him? Nope. He's curious. He's very curious. Hi, baby boy. You're not gonna have my drink, okay? Alrighty. So, next up is die cuts. I need to find some dies. Lots of dies, actually. I'm not gonna pull the electric machine tonight because it'll just take so much to set up. So I just need to find a couple of dies. Because, yeah, I'm not going to pull it out tonight. It's going to take me too long. I could, but I find actually doing more precision like this, where it needs to be perfectly lined up, is actually harder to do with the electric machine. Just the way I have it set up. Okay. So then first things first, I'm going to use this circle from the Paper Pumpkins dies. So we're going to pull out the dies that we need as we get organized here. And then from here, I'm going to pull out 2 dies. I haven't, so this is the kitty one. I haven't used this one yet, so I'm going to go for it. Because that's why I wanted the black paper. Alright, so we got our dies. Gonna slide this back so I don't accidentally give Buddy some more dies to chew on. Hasn't happened yet, but there's always a first. Alright, so then I'm just gonna move some stuff around. I need to see what's the size of this. So pretty much 1/2 inch is that. So I'm already gonna cut my black cardstock 1/2 inch. Hopefully I line it up well when I die cut. If not, this will be a happy accident. We shall see, my friends. There we go. Just slice her good. Okay, so then I also need the vellum. So this circle, I need to figure out the size of the circle. It's roughly 3 inches, so say 3 1/4 just to be safe. Have a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, I don't need this die tonight. Oops-a daisy. Let me put that away. That was for a different card for the class. Alright, so the vellum, which I had here somewhere, 3 1/4. By 3 1/4. Okay, so we've got what we need. Paper trimmer goes away. I'm going to clear this off the table. Actually, I'm going to keep this as a bit of a mat to help with where's all my stuff. So that is going to go way over there. I'm going to bring in the mini tonight with my broken plates. My plates, I'm also going to put this on that piece too, so I know where my phrase is. Yeah, my mini plates are dying pretty freaking bad. I gotta get them replaced. I just haven't done it yet. Alright, let me get this pulled out. Let me see if I have what I need. I don't think I... Oh, I do have the magnet sheet here. Good. Okay. So, here's where things get interesting. I gotta prep my sandwich. I'm using this. I'll be honest, this is something else. It doesn't work. So I'm gonna go with, I gotta figure this out, because I changed my plate system, so I'm totally like backwards with some of this. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. Alright, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use that. Actually, I'm going to use that one. Hopefully, I can make this work. We shall see. If not, this will be fun. I'm going to test it with the vellum. So, I'm going to put the vellum down. This is not how I would usually do this, but I'm just going to roll with this. This is to help keep it in place. which is that plate. Of course, now I just moved it. Of course I did. Of course I did. Okay. If I'm worried about it moving, here's what I'm going to use. I had it the other day. I'm going to use sticky notes. Kind of keep stuff in place. I think that's really the best choice. There we go. And I'm going to stick that on. Stick that on. Add a plate. Let's see if this is going to work. It might be too many plates, but we will make it work. Yep, too many plates. Okay. So what I do is the bottom plate's not going to go because it's too thick. Because yeah, I'm trying to learn how to use the mats in place of plates. All right, let me just try this. This should work. Yes, this will work. Because you can see my top plate is very much dying. I need new plates ASAP. And this is pretty tight, so it should cut it really well. There we go. But yeah, I gotta get new plates for this thing. And this should work. Yes, it did. Ooh, awesome. Okay. We'll come back to all that. We're just gonna speed through this. Next is this complicated piece. Oh yeah, oh, you guys can see. Okay, I want to make sure you can see here. Hey, it works. Yeah, I know. Alright, so then this I gotta get on evenly. Hang in there, guys. Okay. Use a couple of stickies to hold you down. Okay. Put the magnetic sheet on next. Which should help. Then the rest of the plates. And we should be good to load up. Let's hope this works, because this is what I'm a little worried about. Because I don't want to have to custom cut it. Oh, it's a little tight too. Come on, boo-boo. And we got one more die cut at the end, the one I'm worried about. This is why some of these, yeah, the electric isn't as great if you're really worried about precision. Alright, let me peel this out. Picked up a lot of crap off that non-self-adhesive, self-healing mat. It shifted a little, but I can still roll with it. See, there we go, there's the die. I wasn't sure how it was going to come out exactly, so that's cool. Okay, last die cut here is this one. This cutie, the kitties. So this is the one I'm worried about. So really just take your time getting it lined up. Like really take your time. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get. I'm gonna grab a sticky here. It shifted a little. And I grab another sticky for the upper. Okay. I'm gonna grab the magnetic sheet, which I actually love. And then this. And then my sandwich is good to go, and we should pick it up absolutely carefully. And then run this through, and this should work. And we're getting close to card assembly. Of course, this is like the one moment that I cannot get this to feed. Nope, it's not feeding. Of course, my plates are pretty messed up. I'm just going to turn it the other way, see if that helps. Yep, there we go. Let's turn the other way. Come on, my little friend. Got it. Okay. That's it for the die cuts. I just hope this came out please come out, my little friend. I think we're good. Alright, we're just going to put that aside. I'm going to pull all the plates and stuff away. We're done die cutting. Thank God. But yeah, that's kind of the trick if you want to save your plates by using other plates in place of it. Like, as you saw, my one plate's pretty cracked. I really need to get new plates for it. Alright, I'm going to put the die cut machine away. We're going to bring back all these pieces that we're mucking with. Because we're close to assembly. Alright, so I got a mess of stickies and let me just get them all peeled up. And the next is get the dies put away too. I gotta poke that out. That's gonna be a fun one. Ooh. Cropped a little bit on that kitty, but that turned out really well. Okay. This die, I want to definitely get put away. Because that goes back into the little paper pumpkin, the little baggie I got going on here. I'm pretty much using that die for all 3 cards for this class, because I just really love. This got ripped up a little bit, but that's okay. I can still work with that die cut circle. Alright, now this is the fun part. We gotta poke that out. Pokey stick. Pokey stick. Where are you here? Find one of you. Alright, I'm gonna grab my little garbage can bin, work out all the little lineage. Then we'll poke it out. We'll have to trim it down, but that's fine. But at least get this poked out. Alright, there we go. That's poked out. Still a few more kicking, but that's okay. Okay, get that poked up. But look how cool that piece is. Oh my god. That die piece. Isn't that freaking cool? I wasn't sure how it was going to look. First time I used it, because I haven't really used much of this set yet. Alright, let me get the dies put away, because I really don't want to lose them. And I don't want to give them to my little buddy who is curled up under my feet like a good boy. Good boy. But yeah. The joys of living with doodles. Alright. Okay, assembly time, more or less. Look at the original picture. Okay, we'll come back to these pieces. This one, I'm just gonna trim it now. Kind of give it a slant. And I'll figure out the other slant half in a bit. Alright, so the card, which is here. So I'm kind of going white on white. It doesn't have to be white on white. It's just, this is what I'm just kind of going with for tonight. So, fold in half. No worries. The real version will not have frayed edges. I do have one last cutting blade that I can definitely use. I just haven't pulled it out yet. So there's this. I'm just going to glue this on. I'm going to use dimensionals today. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. I can't see the message because my phone and computers gone into like sleepish mode. So yeah. So I'm just going to get dimensionals down on here. My ice machine's full, which means I'm losing time for ice prep tonight, which sucks. Because we got home so late. Because we both need the ice. So I do have to wrap this up very soon. So just pulling off the white caps on this dimensional thing. Alright. So then, because it's frayed edges, I'm just going to roll with it like that. Okay. A little messy, but who cares? Alright, I'm going to grab my seal. So, just to kind of figure out the positioning. I don't even know if this is going to work, but we're going to roll with it. So I'm just going to quickly put some seal. So I'm just kind of speeding through, guys, because I do want to get done. And this is just old DSP kicking around for a while, you know. Nothing fancy. Because I'm kind of embracing hey, use some old stuff. There we go. Okay, I was looking at the picture. I'm just going to use some seal on this with a little tiny there and hope that stays. It might show a little. I'll have to work on that, but that's okay. It's not bad. Shows a little, but it's not bad. Alright, and then next up, we're going to get this piece on here. Now we're going to have to use glue dots for that. We are going to trim it. So I can already do like the one side line up, and then I'll just cut off. Actually, I can already cut now because it had a bit of an egg angle to it. So let me kind of sort of boof and boof. That way we got like a cool little effect happening. It's a cool die, actually. Alright, let's get some glue dots on there. Quickly, quickly. Time is of essence, my friends. Alright, I'm gonna grab one single glue dot from here, stick it there. That is now garbage. Grab two more. There we go. It's a cool die. I'm really liking it. There's a paw print die. I'm gonna have to use it for something. I was gonna pull off the little white caps. Alrighty, and then stick this on more or less like that. Okay, and then the phrase. I kind of went opposite here, but that's okay. I'm gonna go a little shorter, okay? So, like that, just to shorten the phrase. That I'm gonna use dimensionals when I figure out where I put them. Right here. They're buried under my tape runner. I don't like the phrase for this. I mean, I really should use something else, but no, I'm just gonna roll with it right now. Alright, and then that's kind of gonna go there. Okay, we're almost done actually. This is kind of cute. And then this we're gonna use dimensionals again, once I figure where I put them. So there we go. I kind of like the frayed edges actually in this. Kind of works. So then just seeing where it was lined up. And there we go. Isn't that really cute? Now we need bling. Very last step. We're gonna bling it up. What bling do I have? I'm working with a small batch of bling here. So let's just see what calls to us. Pull out what we can. I have more bling. It's just this. I like to work with a small batch. I'm gonna have to pull out some bling somewhere. All right. So we got the gold, which I actually kind of like that a lot. Yeah, we're gonna go with the gold. Little gold bits. Once I get everything packed up here. I know I pulled everything out to put it back in. Yeah, we're almost done, guys. I think I'm just gonna do 3 blingies, and that's it. So let me just cut 3. Alright, let me see how we can do this. Gotta be careful not to give it the buddy. I always like it one down by the phrase. One up there. And the third one just kind of somewhere if it will cooperate, which is not cooperating. It's stuck to me now, but that's okay. Yeah, just... No, I don't like that. That's too lined up with that. Come on, little guy. We'll just go in there. Well, this one's not going to stick. Okay, this one's got defect. Alright, let's just move on. Let's find one that's good. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, Evelyn. I hope everybody likes it. It's a cute card. I really like it. Alright, let me grab one of these, because these ones have shifted around. They've kind of gotten beat up a little bit in my package. Alright. There we go. There's our cute card. Super cute. I love it. I really like it, actually. Even though it's like a very white cardstock, but sometimes going white is really nice for cardstock. Alright, so there we go. Now, before I go for the Nightcrafter kitties, because we're born to play Built for Mischief, I'm going to give you a sneak peek at what are we doing this month. So here we go. So we got the Cutest cutie. This is the first card I came up with. I know, it's not necessarily cat theme. It's just I was in a cat mood lately, so this is really cute. So there's that card and that card. Okay. And then the other card, look how cute it is. So the papers are going to change depending on my availability. But that's really the 3 cards, which I cannot fit on camera here. Hold on, let me do this a little better. There we go. So that's like the 3 cards for this month. Hope you love it. And I gotta go because I got too much to get done tonight. So I'll just put these away as a little sneak peek at what we're probably doing. I'm pretty sure of it. This I love this card. Definitely I would change the phrase. To what? I don't know yet. But it's just really cute. But I might stick with it because it's an interesting card. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. We'll be back next week. And if you're interested in our classes, let us know. Alrighty. Bye for now.